Scandalous and Iniquitous. That's how the Complaints Review Board described the decision of the Gambia's Ministry of Interior to disqualify a bidder from the supply of 65,000 aluminium number plates back in February 2019. The Complaints Review Board is a body established by the Gambia Public Procurement Act 2014 and consists of 7 members that review decisions made by procuring organizations at any stage of the procurement proceedings. The Gambia's Ministry of Interior awarded the Aluminium Number Plate concession contract to Gambian company Comfort Quality Services, whose bid surpassed the next bidder by over $20 million. The decision to award a concession contract for a tender calling for the one-off supply of 65,000 number plates has met a sustained challenge from 2 bidders currently petitioning the President's office and the National Assembly, among others. The eventual winner of the Smokescreen tender, Comfort Quality Services, led by proprietor Mr. Suleiman Cisse, submitted a bid of $65.7 million, while 2 other companies, Samart Gambia and Tedungal Multimedia, currently pursuing redress, submitted bids of $32.5 million and $35 million respectively. This investigative report begins with an interview with German businessman Mr. Jochen Betz, the managing director of Tonjes, a vehicle license plate manufacturer currently operating in more than 100 countries, including Senegal.
My name is Jochen Betz. I work for a company called Tönnies Card International, who is part of the Tönnies Group.
Mr. Betz was initially in an exclusive dealership with another Gambian company, Tedungal Multimedia. Mr. Omar Lay of Tedungal says he was pursuing the number plate project with then Assistant Inspector General of Police, Alhaji Mahmoud Job, who is now the Inspector General of Police. Comfort Quality Services came into the picture and managed to wrestle this exclusive dealership from Tedungal Multimedia. In our exclusive interview with Mr. Betz, he reveals how Mr. Cisse flew a delegation of security officers to his company in Germany back in March 2018.
Comfort Services told us that he believed, Mr. Cisse believed, that this would be a direct procurement, a direct contract that could be entered into with the Gambian police force, and that his relationship would allow him to get such a contract awarded. He then proposed to send an expression of interest to the Gambian police, specifying who we are and what we are proposing in terms of modernization or upgrade. And in return, they responded with an interest, and we then subsequently issued an invitation to the police to visit our factory and our headquarters in Germany. So the visit was coordinated by Comfort Services, and there was a delegation from the Gambian police visiting us in March 2018.
To verify his allegations, Mr. Betz sent this complaints letter, which he sent to the President's office in April 2020, about Mr. Cisse's misconduct. The letter reveals that a delegation of security officers traveled to Germany with Comfort Services proprietor Mr. Cisse back in March 2018, 1 year before being awarded the contract to supply aluminium number plates for 5 years via a tentative contract with the Ministry of Interior. In our quest to reveal the delegation of security officers, Gainako obtained a letter of invitation sent to then Inspector General of Police Landing Kinte, dated 15 February 2018. The list of officers includes the names of then IGP Landing Kinte himself and 3 other officers. A late change in plans saw one of the officers being replaced.
Did police present the owner of Comfort Services as their preferred supplier in this project when they came to your company to do a site visit?
We always had the impression that this was the only party the police was talking to, because it was basically only a discussion between Comfort Services, the Gambian police force, and ourselves. So there was never any discussion about this project having to go to a tender, which is also something we're very familiar with. but it was always about a direct contract, a direct procurement that was being pursued by the police together with comfort services.
Given the substantiated allegations put forward about the German trip and the possible conflict of interest, Gainako met the proprietor of Comfort Quality Services, Mr. Suleiman Cisse, on January 5, 2021 to get his side of the story. One of the main concerns...
What is the concern? Let me hear you that concern.
The main concern is that you traveled.
Right?
You, Mr. Suleiman Cisse, traveled to Germany with...
I live in Germany. I have a family there, I have a wife there. That's my second home.
But it's alleged that you went together with the police to Tonjes. Yes.
Yes, I did.
1 year before you were awarded the...
I did, yes, that's true.
So do you think that that's a conflict of interest?
What kind of conflict of interest?
Because who would be awarding you the contract? So if they went together with you, can you see how that might be seen as a conflict of interest?
No, but it's not only me. Some has to be seen. It's a conflict of interest.
They also traveled with,
with
the
them.
police?
Yes, they did.
To verify Mr. Cisse's allegations, Gainako conducted an interview with Mr. Banta at his office at Bakau, Newtown. When quizzed about the trip, he shared pictures of the delegation and admitted financing the trip for security officers to travel to Spain in November 2018, just 2 months before the bid.
My name is Banta Musanjai. I'm the MD for Samat Gambia Limited, subsidiary of Samat in Spain. Yes, it is a company that's been operating in 1942. They basically do most of the place in Europe and Latin America, India. They do all those things, yes. But the reason that I travel with the officials there is for them to go and see the house. Okay. There's no conflict of interest there. I want them to go and see them, to see the company, to see their capacity. Okay. There's no one in the service that will say them have any connection with me, with that company.
Did police present you as...
No, police never present me anybody. Okay. Like I said, this is my own contact 100%. I present them to the police. But police never present me anybody. And there's nobody in the police that will say to me that they came with somebody to me. No.
And before you went for the bid?
I went for the bid.
And before the bid, you never had any agreement
I never had
to be awarded anything?
No, I have a single agreement with no officer. There's no officer that can come out and say, Banta came to me. Nobody.
And when you were going to bid, you believed that everybody was going in there?
Us, yes.
To just independently without having agreed anything?
With anybody. This is the reason I went to the bid tender. Exactly. It was just what he said, 100%.
2 months later, the Ministry of Interior issued a restricted call for tender on January 2nd, 2019, resulting in 6 companies submitting a bid. We asked Mr. Betts what he made of Comfort's bid.
We were shocked to see that the prices that Comfort Services were bidding were by far the highest prices. The total bid price was by far the highest. And when you go through the bid document is only a procurement bid for the supply of 65,000 number plates with a very poor technical specification. And nowhere in this bid document is mention of a multi-year contract or a concession to be awarded to the successful bidder. It was only a bid for the supply of 65,000 number plates.
So do you believe that the bidding process was a farce, a smokescreen?
Absolutely. There is no other way you can look at it, because what is being delivered today by Comfort Services has nothing to do with that bid. So on what basis have they been given the contract?
We sent a letter requesting for the final contract to the Ministry of Interior, the Inspector General of Police, the Gambia Public Procurement Authority, and the Ministry of Justice. To date, Gainako has received 2 responses from the Ministry of Justice and the Office of Inspector General of Police, redirecting our request for the contract to the Ministry of Interior. The Aluminium Number Plate project is currently being implemented by Comfort Quality Services and the authorities. The project is also facing legal challenges from Tedungal Multimedia and Samat Gambia. And so we decided to find out what responses are they expecting from the authorities.
Yes, we all know that there are so many irregularities that are surrounding this number plate, ranging from the preparatory stage to the bidding stage and to the implementation stage. We all know that there are so many irregularities within this project. So, as a citizen of the Gambia and a company residing in the Gambia, we are hoping the responsible authorities will look into this matter thoroughly and resolve this issue amicably or in due process.
At this moment, just to cut the long story short, what I want the authorities to do, I want every single institution concerned in this number plate to do their role. That's all. I want them to look into it, look into the report of this complaint review board, and sit down and play their role as a citizen, and let them take their actions. Yes, that's all I need from them. That's all simple as that. And then that will lead us to the conclusion of this number plate saga.
For Gainako News, I'm Yusuf Taylor.